Right.
I just say
I'm going to ask him what he thinks of the toilet paper when he's done taking the shit, because I can't stand that Scott tissue stuff. It pills up. These little, little tweakers in your butt hair.
What are you guys recording now? Oh, are you recording now?
Oh, we're on the air. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think that's what 3D said
a minute ago. He's going to start the theme music in a second.
Water anywhere? Kill this one.
Shit, I left mine upstairs.
Okay.
There's water.
To wash or to drink? No, just
To wash.
She has a bottle. Deanna, could I have a sip of your water? Where do I sit? Right here?
Correct.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, I got to put these on.
Okay. There. Oh, okay. I got earphones. Cool.
Wow.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My friends call me 3D. Please stay tuned for the next hour for the most interactive comedy radio podcast on the planet. Jefferson, what's with the theme music?
I don't know. You played it.
No. God damn it, Jefferson. The new theme music. Where is it?
Oh, I'm sure it's somewhere.
Where?
It's just not here.
Why?
Because I haven't spoken to the man.
Oh, killing me, Smalls.
I know.
Well, thanks for being here, Jefferson. Joe Green.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being there.
Yeah.
Taunting him for the theme music that we've been asking for 6 months.
Till we get
6 months.
Till we get
6
a new
months.
One.
Yeah. No. Okay. Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving because that's when you were supposed to see him.
That sounds about more right.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you are listening on the audio stream, watch us live. Go to YouTube/ComedyPipe. That's one way. ComedyPipe.com is the easiest way. Scroll down until you see the YouTube player and hit play there. If you're friends with us on Facebook, I think we're streaming on Facebook. We do have people joining in on Facebook.
Sean Reed is watching.
Sean Reed is watching. This
Sean Reed. Hi, Sean Reed.
Successful already. I do have it up on the big screen, but I can't read that far. So, Jefferson, you're going to be our eyes there. You can always Skype us, Comedy Pipe. I think I'm signed in there, finally.
I joined.
Jefferson joined. Congratulations. Good job. We're pumping those numbers from the inside. Woo!
That's right.
And welcome back to the show. Our guest this week, Mr. Chris O'Leary.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to be back here.
You made it.
Wonderful to have you.
Since I've been
Things
here.
have changed, yeah.
Slightly.
I had to do some slight remodeling.
Yeah.
You didn't have to.
No, it was a have to. That's once you experience virtual reality and you want a room scale, you make life choices.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your wife wanting you to redo the bathroom.
No. Well, that was
that was a have to.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to be here.
That was. I didn't have to. It needed to be done, and I fixed something and broke other things. And
do you remember the razor blade slots in the old medicine cabinets?
Sure.
Remember that where you put the razor blades in the garbage? You throw it in there. You know where they go?
Kind of.
In between.
If you look in the back,
house?
if you look in the back of an old medicine cabinet,
We had this discussion the last time I was here.
That's very interesting. Why do we have this?
That when you took the wall out, the drywall, you found a stack of razor
thousands
blades.
of dirty, germ-infested,
Rusty
nasty.
So not much has changed since I was here last then. Okay, I missed the last time. I made it this time.
It's comfortable.
I totally blanked on you guys. I'm sorry. I had a crazy. I got called into work.
For shame.
I know, right? And it was like, I have a podcast, and they're like, "You're the only surgeon who can do this."
Oh, well.
And I'm like, "Well, that's true."
But my car won't start.
Anyway, I'm here. I'm glad to be here.
Glad
We're
to
all
have you,
here.
buddy.
Seth Carr has joined us. Tommy
Seth
Nicky's
Carr.
joined us.
Tommy Nicky.
Maybe until we get one of the
I don't
topics
know.
we were talking
Jack.
about. That we should
Bob?
Tommy said he'd call in. He ain't going to call.
Yeah.
Do you take calls from callers
We
now?
do take it.
Yeah.
It's the most interactive comedy radio show.
I've never seen
on
anybody
the
call
planet.
in.
We've had a couple.
Really? Have you?
We've had naked callers.
That's right.
How do you know?
We
Dildo.
saw them naked.
It's on
Oh,
Skype.
yeah.
Video. And it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah. Okay.
It's 2018, brother.
It was the
That
reverse.
might be a little too interactive.
Reverse
really.
Blumpkin. Yeah, it was a bit.
The reverse Blumpkin.
Oh, we didn't
Yeah.
see the
Yeah.
reverse Blumpkin wasn't live on the air.
It was-
that was
still
that was
I just saw
fun.
one of the
Yeah.
one of the skiers did that move.
Crazy dildo girl was damn near naked. I don't think she was.
No, she eventually
Oh, that's right.
showed. Yeah,
She's right. Yep,
Yeah.
You're right.
You know,
Yeah,
first
she
of
was-
all,
she was
that's a
pregnant.
little.
She couldn't wait to have the baby so she could start doing porn.
we've had a naked woman
She
on the
was
show.
Colorful
true.
I missed that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, not all
Brooks' mom.
dildo women are crazy.
No, she was.
It's a little
Yeah.
pejorative.
That's true. But this one was batshit
I've
crazy.
known plenty of sane dildo women.
Care to
Sure.
They
introduce me?
function in society. They have elected positions.
No,
Sure,
there's
sure.
there's nothing wrong with said dildo.
Right.
This woman was batshit crazy though.
Yeah, probably. They all are.
We love her, but batshit crazy.
Okay.
She was a good caller, but
She was fun.
yeah.
I'll give her that.
We don't
She
take
was-
callers at Radio
she was a
Later.
lot of
Maybe we
fun.
should
Gotta up your game. Get everyone microphones. Get some headphones. Let's get going.
go full Larry King.
Get,
That's it.
Topeka, Kansas.
You-
Hello.
you got to just
Tell me about the skateboard.
keep an eye on the Amazon for $10 mics.
Mammoth Cave, Nebraska. Hello.
You're on the air.
Right. Porter's Corners, New York.
So you're on show 33 of the Radio Leary podcast.
Yes, we're at show 33.
It's
Oh my God. And it has taken a lot to get there. It's
that's a
taken
lot more
of
than a lot of podcasts.
How often do you do a show?
weekly. We
Weekly.
do a weekly show. We average about an hour, 45 minutes. And
You know,
boy, let me tell you,
if
we
you
go
need a
through
plug man,
lot of methamphetamines.
Just give him 8 months. He's got a pretty shallow learning curve,
Yeah.
as they say in the window licking community.
Right?
You're all welcome. You're all welcome on the podcast. Radio Larry is very inclusive. We
sounds like a lovely place.
white men, we let white men on the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
The O'Leary
beautiful.
Tower. Yeah,
Radio Larry Tower. You've heard her. You've heard our show. We broadcast. I don't know how many of you are aware of this. We broadcast from the Radio Leary Tower, which is the upper 9 floors of what used to be called the Empire State Building,
Nice.
which is now known as Radio Leary Tower.
I like it.
And you know,
Majestic place.
All 9 floors?
I know all 9 floors, right? And
Nice.
you know what? We might have been in over our head with that lease because it is adding up. Let me tell you,
That's a lot of space.
9 floors. I know. You know, we have friends who are connected.
Mm.
You know,
I
so
gotcha.
they know people who know people who
Oh,
lean on people.
and they fucking love to upsell.
Yeah, and
Oh,
so
those Italians, they get you.
we're
every time.
there, and like I don't know what's really going on because people are bringing in like racks of furs, and like you know hand carts of liquor going in, going out
about
the other
right.
side.
With less liquor on them.
yeah. So it's like don't ask, you know.
No,
do your radio show.
That's it.
I think we might be a front for something.
As long as
Then
they
your
pay-
rent shouldn't be that
Sounds-
high.
it
If you're up front,
sounds
they should be hooking you up.
That's what I'm thinking.
You should be
But
getting a hell of a deal.
Renegotiate. Soon.
renegotiate.
Just
You don't
not,
renegotiate
just not,
with
not
these
too
people.
much. Yeah.
Tommy says we got no volume.
No, but yeah, it was that's
Oh, and they got no phone now either.
Oh, wow.
I was afraid that was going to happen.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Corky,
I
doing a
break
great
myself
job.
on. Thanks, Tommy. I don't know.
Mike's not doing good.
Yeah.
Mike's not doing good.
3D angry.
3D
3D angry. Oh, not even doing. I have to connect over there.
Oh, boy.
All right.
So, while
So,
3D's
yes.
doing that,
Okay. Do
Chris.
we have volume? Are we on?
Well,
Is this-
YouTube is working.
YouTube
so-
is working.
YouTube
just
is
fine.
working.
It's the Facebook feed that's
Do we have like a
little sketchy.
American Sign Language person here?
We're
There
I
should
only
be
know one.
Yeah, I
I
know.
only
I
know
know
one.
which one that is. Involves a single digit
That's right.
upraised.
Half of the peace sign.
Nice. So let me just plug Radio Leary a little further. We're very
Absolutely.
proud of the Radio
Plug
Leary
away, sir.
podcast
Which
and
floor of the 9?
of the 9 from the top one because you know we've barricaded ourselves in from the sheriffs who are trying to evict us.
Oh, that's great. High
Yeah.
ground.
We're just
Yeah.
hoping for maybe a reboot of King Kong, so you know we can make some of that money back. Charging,
Nice.
letting people come up and watch the gorilla go by.
Just don't spit gum on his back.
Don't. So Radio Larry, I do it with you know you guys were coming on your podcast was so much fun. I said let's get a podcast going.
It's a good
And,
time, isn't it?
It was an inspirational moment
It
for
was an
you,
inspirational moment. Yep.
Beautiful.
And
That's our job.
Ryan Anderson's.
I love my
Yep.
job.
We
entertain
did some
and
writing
inspire.
things together. The Writers Workshop, Comedy Works, back when Dick Williams was laying it down. And so, you know, he was doing a podcast. I was on his, and we decided to do one together. So 33 so far. I dragged in my brother, and I dragged in my cousin, Tom Richmond, and Sean O'Leary, and of course, Ryan Anderson's. Much the way Trump has surrounded himself by family. You know what I mean? It's like you insulate. That's what dictators do. They insulate themselves with family members who are the only people they know they can trust. So
smart.
But they can get rid of me and still be Radio Leary because they have my brother. I
think given the right circumstances, all those pieces of shit would stab each other in the dark to get out of it.
How would they see?
Just blindly. Yeah, that's what I mean. You'd have to put them in a room. They would get this dirt from Russia on you, and they would kill each other without even looking.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Right now, Robert Mueller.
I'm saying they're a little cutthroat.
Just slightly.
Mueller is looking into Radio Leary. They're interviewing us separately, getting us to turn. Do I hear something? Something going on?
Maybe.
That might have been my phone. I'm sorry. I joined the Facebook feed.
Oh, good.
It could have been me too. I'm trying to figure out the sound.
Okay. Well,
That's right.
As I mentioned, it's really great to be here. I love it when things run smoothly.
No, stop.
And this is fantastic.
This is why I don't try Facebook. YouTube's running great. I try Facebook. We get people tuning in, and then shit doesn't work because Facebook.
Compliment us.
Yeah,
I know.
Still.
Chris is having a wonderful time.
It's fantastic.
I'm having a great time. And you know what? Every time I see myself on camera there, I know, again, in my heart and mind, why I choose to go with an audio podcast. Like, yep, that's why right there. There he is. Yeah,
that's why I'm off to the side. See?
Right.
You only see one tit.
You're looking good, Jefferson. You're looking good.
Only the one.
So, yeah, what's going on?
Oh,
you guys still have that giant gun banner?
No.
No.
We should bring that.
Do you remember
back.
that fake ad I did for you guys?
I gotta get that back to him. There was an incident.
We should get that back.
Guns are great if you.
They're a big deal right now.
Want to put a hole in some people?
Yeah, I think like high schools now. I think until this problem is gone, we should just call all high schools should just be called NOM.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Nom High.
Yeah. Where are you going? Going to NOM.
I used to go to PS4.
I've seen some shit, man.
And high school's a trip nowadays. Man. People line up and search. Wow, crazy.
Yeah, we went from PS to PTSD.
What school do you go to?
Yeah, we go to PTSD 4 over
PTSD 4.
Comedians making it real. Shit real.
I'm hearing a feedback.
Yeah, now why am I hearing feedback?
Like there's some temporal.
Yep.
It sounds like Facebook is working.
No idea. Yeah.
I'm no funnier on a 7-second delay. It's the same thing.
There we go. Maybe something's working. Hopefully. Doesn't matter at this point. It's a failed experiment already.
That's right. Goddamn Zuckerberg.
So the shooting. Let's talk about the school shooting.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
Guns are the big thing right now, right?
Huge.
Again,
They've been for a while.
Yeah. Again, it happens from time to time.
It happens a lot these days.
It's an ebb and flow. Kind of with the.
Is there an ebb? Because I don't see much of an ebb.
Yeah, no, there's
Is there an ebb?
You don't
hear because the numbers keep going up and up.
But you don't hear anything for like a week.
Oh,
and then it happens again.
The ebb is the rising gun sales after the shooting happens.
This is like Christmas.
And you do, though. It's an everyday thing. If you just scroll down a little bit, it's every day now.
Yeah.
People getting shot?
Just that, yes, people are getting shot every day.
That's been happening for a long time, too. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
The schools are becoming a little more common.
We can't say that the mass shootings aren't going up. The three highest mass shootings of all time were within the last 15 months.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
It's getting up there. That Las Vegas thing.
Your phone work?
Right?
Yes.
That was a big one.
Big one.
That was a bad one.
And now this one?
Yeah, it's not good either.
Terrible. Right?
It is.
You know,
I don't have the answers. I'll tell you that.
I don't have the answers either. They talk about giving the teachers guns.
Yeah, I know. I've had some teachers that shouldn't have guns,
yes,
man.
Right, exactly.
I think if you want one of those exotic weapons, enlist, because they've got all that and other cool stuff, and they'll tell you, they'll teach you how to use it.
Well, if the teachers did
if
have
you want
guns,
something like that,
I think
go
if they're
do
gonna
it with a purpose.
If they are going to arm teachers in schools, gym teachers are off the list immediately. They do not even get consideration.
Dude, they can't even handle a fucking soccer ball.
I know
they don't tattoo you in the back of the head or so. Leave Emily alone, whatever. Hashtag me too. Fuck them.
Gym teachers and hall monitors do not get guns. It's fine.
Hall monitors.
Remember Harry?
Couldn't pass the cop test.
Would you want Harry rolling around Mahonison with a sidearm?
Fuck yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Harry was batshit crazy.
Yeah, but you couldn't fuck with Harry though.
That's a very good point.
You didn't fuck with Harry unless you were.
That's because Harry let everyone go out and smoke.
That's unless you had cigarettes or weed for him, and then he let you do whatever you want. But yeah, no,
Harry the corrupt hall model.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Oh,
he fell out of his arm smoking a joint, or he fell out of a tree and broke his arm smoking a joint during school. Like when he was supposed to be working. Yeah.
Well, that solves the gun problem.
Yeah,
that
guy's
awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Those guys don't get guns.
Don't give him a gun. He'll take himself out falling out of a fucking tree.
But Harry wasn't like a 5 foot. He was like
he was a big guy.
6'7".
He was huge.
Yeah, he was a big dude. Just
must have been some tree.
Yeah.
Harry was.
There was a forest on the back school, so he had a large selection.
Gym teachers and hall monitors, no guns.
Just the fact that he climbed the tree. That's strange. That's weird.
Dumb hall monitor.
Yeah, dumb hall monitor. Totally.
You're gonna jump topics.
Like he's 6'7" and he's like, I'm gonna climb a tree and get ripped. That was the thought the guy had, or something along those lines.
He probably said zooted, but yeah,
zooted. He gave that to you?
No.
Oh.
You've never heard zooted? Let's go get zooted.
No.
Zooted. Oh, no.
Yeah, zooted goes.
Zooted
new
right
money.
Zooted's not new.
No.
So I probably asked you the last time you were here, Chris.
Okay.
But up to date, what's your favorite conspiracy theory going? Or what's your newest favorite conspiracy theory going? Because you go through your list. You guys talk about conspiracy theories.
Who?
The O'Leary podcast, Radio O'Leary.
Not so much. I mean, we did talk about flat earthers for a moment or two.
Yeah, that's dumb.
They're fun,
motherfuckers,
aren't they?
That's an easy one.
Yeah,
if the earth was flat, cats would have knocked all the shit off the earth already.
That's very true, right? So,
Was that
we've never really delved into it on Radio O'Leary. We never tackled, of course. My main involvement has been through aliens.
Maybe it's just via the art department. I'm catching conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, no, we really haven't gotten into it.
And nothing really alien related, but I don't know.
Yeah,
the vibe I get. Gotta check with the art
my
department.
favorites. I don't know. Is there like a conspiracy Leary a list?
I think Fitbit and Weight Watchers are working together to like find like the superhumans they're going to send out into space to repopulate another planet.
I love this so much.
Yeah,
this is my favorite
because everything's
this is a new one to me.
tracked.
They're going to send
Everything's you have the Fitbit. It's all tracked. It all gets
into-
sent to whatever, right? And Weight Watchers is like, here's the calorie, nutrition, all this stuff that you need
They're going to ship them into space.
maximize all that. I think this is just doing the study, like a human algorithm study, to find out like what are the habits of the healthiest,
Right.
of the best, like people that can keep a heartbeat at 198 beats a minute for 20 minutes or something.
Don't you think we have cities on Mars and the moon already that they just haven't told you about?
I can only hope.
Sure they do.
Huh.
Of course. We
On
didn't
the
stop
moon,
going
though?
into space. They went black, the operations.
So you're saying
Tell
there's
me.
cities on the dark side of the moon where it's freezing?
That's where Pink Floyd lives.
Ah, okay.
But
I was
I don't know where the cities are. I'm pretty sure there's cities on the moon, right?
I mean,
Gotta
Batman has a cave up there. I'm
Does he?
aware of,
Batman have
but-
a cave?
Yeah, he does.
I thought the Justice League.
That's
were
where he
on
keeps the
moon.
Hellbat.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah. If Batman can get to the moon, the rest of us can get to the moon.
that's right.
Or do you guys believe? All right, let's
Sounds plausible.
That's great.
Sounds plausible.
Let's get into it right here. Do you gentlemen all accept the fact that the United States of America sent astronauts to the moon and we walked on the moon
Absolutely.
3 times?
I've seen Buzz Aldrin punch someone in the face over saying, "So yeah, I believe him."
Yeah. Right? An old dude who's going to kick a little ass over it.
Yeah.
So did, I believe, Senator Armstrong also punched the dude. Who
But
was
Neil
that?
Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have punched somebody too.
You didn't land
Yeah.
on the moon.
So we're all
I'd
agreed
do
then.
it. It'd
Thank
be just
God.
funny. It's like,
You know why? Because we're over 30.
Is
People
somebody
were under
saying
30.
that to you?
Oh yeah,
They have trouble believing it.
these kids
Somebody's
these days
saying, though.
believe what they see on media, and if there is one ad or one blip on Facebook that's possible, you're going to get, I don't know, we'll say 20%, which I think is a pretty high number, that will believe that emphatically. Flat earthers, there's the same people.
It seems like a pretty easy one to
Same
disprove.
people, yeah,
Flat earthers,
same
right?
people.
Yeah, you just got to go up in the air a
Get an
little bit.
airplane.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Is
Just
that
Show
pretty
him a
much do it? Just
sundial. How the fuck? I mean, come on.
sundial, right? Yeah. And you know what I always wonder though? If the Earth is flat and we live on it, what's on the other side? What's on the other side? People who are smart.
The nothingness.
The upside
Is that
down.
where the smart people
like
live?
Stranger Things. That's the upside down.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have Netflix.
Oh.
I'm out of touch.
What kind of computer do you have?
What kind of computer?
Yeah, we were talking about this. I don't know. So you were right.
I have a Hewlett Packard laptop, which is a pretty nice one. It's got the touch screen. I can draw on it and everything.
Cool. Oh, that's cool.
So
that's cool. I don't know.
Is that okay? What did you expect me to have? Like a tube-driven?
Yeah.
He wanted you to say Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have,
runs on,
I think I have a computer
DOS.
on the
I
floor
got
over there in the corner.
CPUs. I got RAM. I got CPUs. I got URLs. I got HTML. I got all that shit. Whatever you
Keep going, acronym man.
I got Java.
Right? Got the Java.
That's all you really need to know to pass like an
you know what I do?
certification.
I turn it on.
I got Flash.
And I get to the Google. Have you heard of the Google?
The Google, yes.
You put in whatever you're looking for. You know what I hate though?
You ever try going to thegoogle.com?
I prefer not to
hate-
use it unless I have to because
I
I
hate-
like to work the brain instead. And if that farts, then I go to Google.
I hate when Google second guesses my searches. You know,
Did you
put
mean?
in what you're looking for? I'm like, and Google says, "Did you mean normal porn?" I know what I'm looking for.
Alexa, normal porn.
Alexa
I'd rather
doesn't
not
talk to me.
answer that.
Well done. And
Alexa, you prude.
Tommy Nicky chimes in over here. Best add your own audio podcast ever. Yes.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Thank you, Alexa. Well done.
God damn it.
Yeah. This is, we haven't tried Facebook in over 6 months.
Is there any way to message him?
Oh, I did. I've been posting in the chat. Here's the YouTube link, and the YouTube link is working the way it's supposed to. But what I'm doing is via
he's an
Facebook,
old man
I'm
like
trying
me,
to
so.
stream the YouTube link.
Every time I see that guy,
And-
you want a peanut? That's what I think in my head. Who was that again?
Andre the Giant.
Hello, lady. How about the peanut?
So at the very least, we can
Gary.
say we were hysterically funny. If there's no
For
audio,
those first 10 minutes for the people that
we
yeah.
fucking killed it in there.
I'll
Yeah.
work
Oh,
on it
the-
next time for all the people in YouTube. If Facebook was easier for you to tune in, let me know in the chat room here.
Yeah.
That would be
Speaking quickly, you asked about conspiracies. Now, since we've talked, Blast, about the subject of UFOs,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alien contact, alien abductions, you realize, of course, it was front page news everywhere, lead story on all the networks, where the Pentagon declassified several military UFO encounters. They released the footage, they released the transcripts of the event, they released the records and radar recordings of these encounters between our own military and extraterrestrial craft. This happened maybe a month ago. You guys saw that, right?
I did
No,
not.
Of course
You
not.
did not see that?
Of course
No.
not. No. That's
NBC
not big
News,
Not a peep.
CBS News.
So how come
TV News.
if this is
It's all over the news.
If this is
This
real
is all
deal,
on
how-
you guys.
If
If
this is
you
real deal,
haven't-
how come people aren't freaking out?
Because I don't know. That's a good question.
Because of Trump.
But the question isn't if this is real. This happened. You guys didn't see it.
No.
You can just Google it. NBC
Everything
News,
I've seen
UFO
on
in the last
NBC
month.
has been about
No.
Russia.
All right.
Not only-
Alexa, are UFOs real?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
God damn it! I figured she'd pull some.
Alexa, has there been any UFO stories in the last 3 weeks?
This might answer your question. An unidentified flying object, or
They happen every day.
UFO, is in its strictest
No.
definition
Alexa,
any
shut
apparent
up.
Wow. All right.
What kind of world are we living in when we trust this little drone
Oh, she's usually
computer
pretty
program
good. She's usually pretty good.
with the answers to important questions?
She's usually
Got to
really
use
good.
the mind.
Joe.
Every
She's a
newspaper
piece of shit.
and every news outlet covered extensively for days
Really?
the release of the film footage. They all played it. Everything.
Have
was
you
CNN,
watched all
NBC.
this? Have you watched?
Sure.
I haven't
Is
seen
there
or
any-
heard-
People send me links.
I know.
But
I have to ask.
I usually watch the evening news, and it was on
Anything-
both CBS and NBC.
For everything that you read and saw, anything conclusive, or is it just like meh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Were they humanoid?
they encountered the vehicles. They did
But
not
no actual
encounter
alien.
aliens outside the vehicles. Not these incidents that have been declassified by top-level Pentagon officials. who also spoke on the record about this and gave interviews, and they will tell you the same thing. This gentleman said, these are vehicles that operate beyond our capabilities.
That'd be so cool.
They have no visible engine or form of propulsion. They can, the one that they tracked came straight down from 60,000 feet in seconds to 50 feet above the water next to their ship. And that's where it halted and hovered.
Yep.
And that's when they were originally, this one incident, they were sending jets on a training exercise. They were rerouted when they caught this signature of this craft.
Wasn't this Men in Black?
And this is okay.
I'm kidding you, man.
I know you. That's why I didn't. You got me. You didn't. For clowns.
Just grab that flashy thing and flashy thing.
You guys should see this. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain.
I wish I had.
It's on every net. It was on every network.
No.
That had to be so cool to find a
And you could
spaceship back then. Just be like, what is this, Earl? I don't know, but
these are military. This is the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Releasing
why
that they've encountered these crafts.
Why? What's the point of releasing it?
Because Trump's got too much heat on him.
Yeah,
to get us ready, to get us used to the idea.
Yeah. It reaches.
You can't just give somebody a flamethrower.
Do you realize how many movies there are out
did.
there of alien invasions? We don't need to we don't need reality to go, hey, it may happen.
Yeah, we're not all on the same side.
See, this is how out of touch you guys are with reality.
That's what I'm saying. We're not all on the same.
Alien contact has been a fact on this planet for 70 years plus.
And
that's not getting into ancient alien things or even all the flying saucers in the 1920s that were throughout Europe.
And we're not all on
this
as
American sightings.
As people.
Crash retrievals.
Right.
There are 3,000 physical trace evidence cases. This is a fact. You guys are just out of touch. And they're doing this so you don't lose your mind when they can't keep it a secret anymore.
Right.
Because you
the
know
slow leak, is that what we're talking about? The slow leak of information?
There are people who are for declassification. There are people who are not. And they're certainly taking us along very slowly because what they know is far more extensive. But do
you think Trump
knows? Cannot handle it.
Do you think Trump knows?
They probably won't.
I don't think so.
I think Trump is too much of a god guy to even believe it.
Well, let me phrase it this way. The last president who was informed fully on the UFO situation was Richard Nixon. And that's simply because he was he was Eisenhower's vice president in the 50s. And Eisenhower was on top of all of this. So Nixon was as well. After the clamp of secrecy came down
Eisenhower
in
had
the
a
late
protective
50s,
soul. He was good.
None of the other presidents were fully briefed on it. Kennedy fought like a devil to get the information that we were keeping from him, that the government was keeping from him. Eisenhower warned when he retired. The last speech he gave was, beware the military-industrial complex.
He was pretty clear. Yeah.
What he was talking about, at least in part there, is the fact that the UFOs under his administration had gone from his control to a sector of the military, and they brought in the private sector, industry.
Like I was trying to say.
All the technology was being farmed out to industry, and it had gone past the president. He was warning about this when he retired.
Yes.
There were documents in the last month of Kennedy's life demanding information on UFOs from the CIA. The last month of his life. He was determined to share what he knew about it with the Russians. Of course, he was also determined to share nuclear things with the Russians. So,
they helped share
a lot
his
of
mind,
things that make people angry. But the presidents since have not been fully briefed. They fought time and time again to get information. And we all know Clinton. He fought like the devil to get it. And Podesta was his chief of staff, and he put him on it and couldn't get anywhere. They've been briefed, but not by the military, by private researchers stuff. Why release it? Because it's true and they can't keep it secret much longer. And there have been people who've been pushing for disclosure for a very long time. It's the number one story of our culture.
It seems like a heavy thing.
I can't believe you guys aren't on base. You're not aware that this has been really going on.
There's people out there that have had to keep these things a secret or have been labeled crazy by coming out and saying these things like this. These things exist and all that. And
now, about 1954, they started imposing to clamp the story down through ridicule. We'll ridicule people. We'll put up ridiculous.
And a lot of these, a lot of these military people and these other scientists and engineers are basically honest, good people. that's a lot of weight to carry around. Like, I know this secret. This is amazing.
No,
that's got to be crazy.
This isn't really a comedy podcast because it's pretty serious, but just to wrap it up, it's been a good thing that they've kept it from us all these years. It's a benevolent act that for 70 years they kept from us the fact that
this information
that there are superior
united everybody.
What if we're just food?
There are those who say that anytime a superior culture comes in contact with an inferior culture, as with the Americas, Europeans coming to America, the inferior culture disappears. They fall apart. They're overwhelmed. What they had doesn't appear to be of value, and they're swamped by the superior culture.
Nice blankets.
And that's what the deal is here. This is it's like felt. We've lived our lives believing that we're the top dogs evolutionarily, that there's no higher life form in the universe anywhere. Some people still subscribe to the notion that we're the only planet with life on it. So, as insane as that sounds to a rational man, the evidence is overwhelming. There's no mistaking the fact.
The rational size of the universe compared to our size, we are so minuscule.
You think we're that big?
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're nothing.
And there's a lot of reasons the government come on and say, "Oh yeah, UFOs are aliens. They're here." Yeah. That's fine. That's easy enough to do at a press conference. You can look like a hero. I'm announcing it to the world. Question is, what happens the next day? What are the questions that come after? Where do they come from? We don't know. What do they want?
That's the biggest
question.
We
don't know.
As long as they don't want to.
And then the big question is, can we stop them? And the answer is no.
If they got here,
they invade our airspace at will. If you subscribe to the abduction notice, they can take people at will and return them. Almost unknown. So there's a lot of reasons. So it's been great that a lot of people still aren't aware of it because it would have changed everything. The whole culture would have been. Instead, it's just the X-Files. It's cool. It's not real.
Show. I love the X-Files.
Hey, Jefferson.
So anyway,
Jefferson.
David Duchovny used to do porn.
Good for him.
You know what I love about the X-Files? The X-Files started when there was no internet.
Yeah.
And so there's Mulder in his office. I really want to believe. Got a poster on his wall. I want to believe. He's in charge of all this stuff.
Yeah.
Then he somehow missed, and they're still pulling that because in 2002, he must have missed this. 2002, the French government released a position paper through the defense ministry, the Comitas papers, where they concluded after a decade of study that what we call UFOs are extraterrestrial in nature. They're an advanced technology, and they pose around. They pose a huge threat to national and world security. The French government announced this. So people who think it's not happening still are not paying attention to what's going on.
Hey, Jefferson, are you
they're
paying
distracted
attention?
by Kardashians.
Yeah, well, that's what
and school shootings in real life.
Jefferson, who's your favorite non-alien?
Well, it's a guy who does a podcast that's called the Dumbing It Down with Dave podcast. And you can find it at that very website, dumbingitdownwithdave.com.
No way.
Yes way. You want to email him?
Yeah.
You can. Go
How?
to dumbingitdownwithdave@yahoo.com.
It's
great.
Easy.
He's on every week, I think. He does the show. He does the show in his Kia Rio, going to and from work every day. He's up to show number 629. So got a lot of catching up to do.
That's a lot of podcasts. That's like 50 years.
He's working hard.
What's the podcast about, years. Jefferson?
Everything. Anything and everything. It's a pragmatic show. It's one of the most pragmatic ones I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Ever.
Damn.
Ever.
Dumbing it down with Dave.
That's just the kind of guy Dave is.
600 podcasts. Yeah, that's everything. You run out of everything.
Yeah.
You would have to talk about everything.
Yeah. He's a hardworking fella.
A lot of time in his hands.
This episode, you just run out of things. You'd be like, coal mining accidents.
He'll talk for days.
You'd be like, Scrimshaw. Let's talk about Scrimshaw.
That Dave Canyon can talk about anything.
Yeah,
anything.
Yeah, knowledgeably or just
he's wicked smart.
I can talk about anything, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
It's all right.
It's okay.
You can record it and put it on the air, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's the parameters of the podcast.
I think I just had to tell your brother how to listen.
Who, me?
No, his.
Oh, his brother.
Yeah.
My brother's listening. He's on Radio Larry.
Known you for years. You have a brother?
I do.
If we are plugging podcasts, let me plug the Radio Larry podcast.
Do it.
Do it.
The talented Ryan Andersons.
Yeah, two sisters.
Sean O'Leary. It's Andersons. You know, that took me like years to get right.
Yeah, that's something like that. Doesn't.
And sometimes I would screw it up, and I put the plural on his first name. It'd be like Ryan Zanderson.
That sounds.
It's Ryan
almost
Anderson's.
proper.
I got it down now because I've made every one of the posters.
Sounds like an inn
for our
Ryan
show.
Sanderson.
Yeah, Ryan.
So the last name is
B&B,
plural.
you know?
Yep. And Tom Richmond, talented Tom Richmond.
All right.
He's our resident yogi.
Oh,
He teaches transcendental meditation. He studied with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
bless you.
Who? Yeah. He's the guy who was with the Beatles in India.
Yeah.
The Beatles studied with the
Yeah.
Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. They thought he had
Lots of
the
acid.
key. Here's the deal. They go to India because he promised enlightenment.
Yeah.
All the Beatles are doing is counting their millions and shagging every hot woman from Wales to the tip of Scotland. That's all they were doing.
Good for them.
And they're like, this is empty. What an empty existence we're living, John.
You're just banging.
I know. I wish we weren't banging so many beautiful women.
It sounds horrible when you say
It's
it like
very
that.
horrible, John.
I wish I could be banging Yoko, that homely pig.
You know what I think happened?
I just like her scream.
I think between Lennon and McCartney, initially they're like, I bet I can bang a more beautiful woman than you, John.
Yeah.
I bet you can't, McCartney. And they're like, look, I'm dating Jane Asher. She's an actress. Well, I'm dating Cynthia. She's gorgeous. Eventually they said, you know what? I bet I can date a worse woman than you.
Yeah. We're going to flip the script.
And Paul McCartney comes back, you're on, John Lennon. I'll meet you back here in a month.
I have this one with one
And he
leg.
comes back and McCartney, McCartney comes in, he goes, I managed to find a woman who's got a hair like a truck driver's mullet. She couldn't sing a note on tune. Meet Linda. Linda McCartney, I'm going to marry her. I'm going to put her in a band, man. I win the Worst Woman Award. What do you think of that, John Lennon? And he's like,
Hold my beer.
Nailed it.
oh, Yoko. She's like, damn you, John Lennon. She sounds like a raven that you put a nail through its head. You're actually letting her record? That's what a raccoon sounds like in a trap with its leg in a bear trap, man.
I got me a Japanese girl that puts a burlap sack on and screams. I win.
And so that's what they did. They went for the worst, not that they're not fine women.
No, yeah. I'm sure.
I don't want to be sued by Yoko. You guys get sued a lot. I don't want any part of that.
Only
shit.
once. Only once.
So far.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think you already signed the book. You signed the book at Comedy Works.
He did.
Yeah, I did sign the book. My book of support, man.
Yep.
You can sign it
As long as
again
it
if
didn't
you
cost
want.
any money.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm
Free
down.
charge. Free charge.
I'm a First Amendment dude.
It's nothing to do with the First Amendment.
Yeah,
It
so-
doesn't really-
protects the first.
So the Beatles that go to India, they're like, we got to get off this pussy and money track because it's killing me. So we're going to go to India and study with a Maharishi, find inner enlightenment and peace. Finally, we'll have a respite from the endless, super hot pussy that we've been dealing with for 6 or 7 years now. We need to get off the pussy train. And I'm tired of counting my money, man. So let's go to India, the most impoverished nation in the world. And we'll study with this old bearded dude. And he'll teach us all about enlightenment. So they go, they bring along Mia Farrow, who was a super hot actress. She was on Peyton Place, Rosemary's Baby. And they bring along her sister, Prudence Farrow. Just smoking hot. Smoke show. She was a fashion model in London. Gorgeous. So they get there and they start studying. They're on their knees in the lotus position in front of the Maharishi. She's like, you must surrender all worldly pleasures. You must find that enlightenment comes from within. That's all that you must study and reach inside yourselves. Now, Beatles, you should go to bed and I will meet you in the morning and we'll do some more. So the Beatles
Fucking spot on.
So the Beatles like, all right, let's go to bed then. I feel enlightened already. Shut up, Ringo. I haven't eaten. I'm thinking 2 pounds and lighter. So they go to bed and then they're woken up in the middle of the night by screams. It's Prudence Farrow, the fashion model sister of Mia Farrow.
Okay.
Maharishi went into her room and climbed on top of her. He was trying to, I don't want to get sued by the Maharishi.
Oh, bang.
Yeah, he's trying to bang her. He's like, oh, hey, you do come here often? You're pretty hot, Come, let's do a couple rails.
You know what
So he was-
Maharishi really
was-
means?
He was all after her. He wanted her.
Do a rail off my
And the
sailor.
Beatles are like, Jesus Christ, we could have done this at home. So they left. That's when they left.
Huh.
In the Beatles song on the White Album, Sexy Sadie. Sexy Sadie, what have you done? You've made a fool of everyone. The working title for it was Maharishi. What have you done? You've made a fool of everyone. We gave her everything you had just to sit at your table.
So the Maharishi was hashtag.
But they didn't want to get sued by the Maharishi. So
they later changed it to war. What is it good for?
Yeah. Absolutely nothing. Oh.
Pound me too.
Pound me too.
So that's the Beatles and the Maharishi. So my cousin Tom, who's
no
on
idea.
our Radio Larry podcast, tuning in.
20
Radio
minutes
Larry.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we were talking about your cousin?
We're working roundabout. That's how we do it at Radio Larry. We start in one direction, we go in another direction,
And end up right
and
back
then
where
we
you
forget
started.
where we were.
I love it.
The ether. Just floating around in the
back.
ether.
There were so many things in the green room
this
that
1
we
hour
stopped
show.
talking about to talk about here.
Yeah, what were they?
Exactly.
You know what I want
That's
to talk
why
about?
you don't plan shit, because it doesn't
Sarah
work.
Huckabee Sanders.
That was one thing we were talking about.
Sarah, now you
Oh
miss
yeah, you
Sean
asked me if I
Spicer.
fuck her.
I do miss the entertainment of Sean Spicer. I have not been able to watch as much Sarah Sanders Huckabee as I want, but what I have seen and read in closed captioning,
She
'cause
reminds
that's
me
how I
of Great
catch most
Ape.
of it.
Remember that cartoon?
Great.
Wow.
She is. You don't listen for the context of anything. You listen to the delivery of everything, and that's where you find the entertainment.
Here's the deal. Sean Spicer was fun because you knew he was lying, and he knew you knew he was lying. Like, no, it was the biggest crowd ever. I'm pretty sure if you look at the pictures, I mean,
It's self-explanatory.
does it look like
was
more
huge.
people are in this picture or this picture?
Yeah.
No, of course not. You could tell, and he was very uncomfortable lying.
Yeah.
He was very uncomfortable. Well, my greatest president ever. He meant like, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And then you had the mooch there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, the mooch.
Like, I'm the mooch. I'm the new guy. I'm going to lie to whoever you need me to lie to.
God.
You tell me who you want me to fucking fire, Donnie. I will fire them right the fuck now.
I don't know
me.
how-
You want to fire me?
Yeah.
I'm going to fire me.
I don't know how they thought that was going to fly.
I'm firing myself.
Yeah.
He was a transition guy. I think he was just like,
Then you bring in.
No, not him.
Then you
Anybody
bring
but him.
in Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the Sith Lord herself.
Yeah.
She has lying powers. First of all, the voice. She is Eeyore off the antidepressants. Oh, boo. I think my tail fell off behind the podium.
Thanks for
Somebody nail it back on, please.
she just got done grazing.
My eyes are having a competition to see which one can get lower on the side of my face. My mouth is having a war with itself to see which corner can show disgust at your pathetic questions from the lamestream line media.
She's got
And
midgety
everything you
hands,
ask
too.
her, she
got what?
answers it
Midgety
like
hands.
she's answered it 100 times
Yeah,
before.
pro.
Isn't it true
Yep.
that
Isn't
it true that Donald Trump shot somebody in the face on 6th Avenue today? Well, I told you before.
Yeah.
We covered this. I mean, asked and answered, right? Next question.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's not a no.
Like but she's one step away
like,
from just
oh.
waving her hand in the air. Just,
You're just
you're going over this.
She's a pro.
Yeah, she's a pro.
I don't see
Wave
the
a hand.
point in
Hand even in
covering this story. Everybody's heard it. Yes, he shot somebody in the face on
It
6th Avenue.
happens. You've done it too.
She's got this look.
It was a
It's-
big face.
She's mastered this
Still fear
this look of at the same time boredom and disgust at the same time, like a woman in a trailer park,
Yeah.
in a trailer park laundromat,
Oh yeah, just
in
cut off jeans.
Tennessee.
The
Cut-
dirt worst.
Cut off
Dirt
jeans.
fucking
on
That's the
dirt
look
road.
she would have if, like, watching like a homeless man come into the laundromat and take a crap in the dryer next to her. Like, yes, she's
That guy's
disgusted,
agile. Or is it a top loader or
but
front loader?
she's seen it before.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
That look
nothing
like
new to
I'm
me.
disgusted, but I have seen that before.
Yeah, nothing new.
Nothing to see here, folks. Yes, he defecated in the laundry machine next to me.
Nah. Next
Donald
question.
Trump is clearly the greatest president. So yeah, and she like hypnotizes you. It's
We've got
She's
someone.
a sick lord.
We've got Mary in the chat here going. How can you really tell where she's looking with that wonky eye of hers?
Right. I'm keeping my
LOL.
eye.
I'll keep my eye
on the media and one eye on the president for the next thing I got to lie about. How does she prepare to come out lying like that? She's a pro.
But think about
She
it.
has she has a backstage ritual.
Vodka.
No, she takes a podium and she snorts a pentagram made of Adderall.
Ooh.
Off of the podium. Help the Dark Lord to get out there and lie efficiently for my master. I'm ready.
Isn't that for that
The
what's
eyes?
Adderall
Focus.
do?
Chameleons do that.
Yeah, she's looking, she's wall-eyed. What are you going to do? It's a thing.
Well,
Probably
chameleons
why
do
she's
that.
so bitter
And they're always full
and
of tricks.
angry and willing to lie. Because she's like, I got one eye. She's got one eye on the door because she knows they get fired after 3 months. Everybody who works
She's
for her.
lasted the longest so far, it seems.
I got my resume
Yeah.
all printed out, ready to go. How are you, Deanna? Yeah, okay. You doing okay over there?
Surviving.
All that alien talk, freaky, right? Get to the funny. And Deanna over here, the lovely Deanna. How are you? Right, good.
She's quiet.
Yeah, she doesn't realize the extent.
This is the
Of
most
my
technology
dementia.
she has seen in the last 10 years.
Who, Deanna?
Yes.
Oh, she's rather technically accomplished. She has a computer that's newer than me,
Yeah, well, look at that.
newer than mine. I should
Newer
say.
than me.
Yeah. Most computers are. All computers are newer than me. The Univac, maybe.
Matthew Broderick was the
I
previous
tell you,
owner.
I got an old compact laptop in a pile over there.
You know what? The
it's-
biggest computer was Batman in the TV show. Did you ever see the
Oh,
Batcave
really?
computer?
Yeah.
It was the size of like a nuclear reactor.
But
Right?
it was so smart. It just
had
spit out
pipes
tickets.
and tubes.
Just spit
Yeah,
out
it just spit
tickets.
out like punch cards.
Yeah.
You know, according to this, Robin, the Joker is holed up in my aunt's house. You know,
Again.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like-
It was.
Why
yeah,
does that
yeah.
say
This
what-
It
giant
was,
computer.
well, it was actually small for its time.
It
For
was,
what that computer did.
it was
That
literally
that-
like
that
3
computer
Mile
was
Island.
that computer is basically Alexa right now.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
that that would take a much larger space back in the day, maybe like a country.
But it still sent you a Western Union receipt.
Yes,
Yeah, so it was just this
was a
punch card.
There you
Like
go.
you know, when you get
Yeah.
graded on the
Yeah.
Iowa tests in school.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
can,
oh,
you
according
can-
to this, Earth is doomed. Like
I gotta
Luthor was going to
I
win.
gotta put this in another scanner to decipher it for me. Hang on 1 second.
And you know what's the deal with Batman? Okay, he's so goddamn rich, right?
Mhm.
He's worth billions.
Hmm.
He owns like industries around the world.
I think Elon Musk should just
Wayne
become
Industries,
Batman.
Wayne Corp.
Oh, he is.
No,
awesome.
he-
that guy's
yeah,
fucking
He should
amazing.
become Batman. Why not?
And he's got this.
He's not a
Do it.
ninja.
He's got this.
What? You don't know that?
That's true.
He might be Batman.
You don't know that exactly. That's the conspiracy theory I want to believe.
You know,
Elon
I
Musk
got a-
is Batman.
I got a plan to steal a real fancy car that nobody's using.
He's in space.
Yeah. I
just
need you
this-
guys to. I need
just
to
this
ride to it.
magnet thing.
Yeah. Yeah, big magnet, like Wile E. Coyote had when he pulled the steamship into his cave.
It says Acme on it.
The Acme.
Oh, they make pieces of shit, don't they?
They really do.
Everything.
Nothing
You
ever
know, if there
hurts.
was a real Acme company, boy, they went out of business quick. Just one faulty product after another. The Batman suit. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Batman rules.
Batman.
Elon
But if he's
Musk-
so rich, and he's got all this, he's got like all
Tech.
this ultra high tech
Tech.
military grade
damn right.
hardware and weaponry,
Mm.
and he stores it in a dank cave filled with bat shit in like fetid water.
Grandma's
Alfred-
basement mold and
You've
shit like
got
that.
industrial properties all around the world.
Alfred cleans up
All
the
around the
guano.
world. He's like, just put it down there in the bat shit, and you go get it, Alfred. All right, you're gonna get
It all
dysentery.
stems from
Oh,
trauma.
no, he's a
it all
billionaire.
stems from trauma.
He's a
Is that
billion-
it?
he's
Poor
a-
Martha.
The whole
Parents
story,
being
yeah.
murdered.
Well, no, they like well,
You know, Donald Trump is like
fell into
Batman
the
if
well.
his parents didn't get murdered. And they both have the weird untanned parts right around his eyes here. Greatest crime fighter ever.
That's weird too, because you know what's at the bottom of the Trump Tower? You ever been inside it?
No,
There's a
There
there's a
you
waterfall. There's a waterfall.
Yeah.
Just like the
just like Batcave. Yeah, it's probably.
No one's ever been behind there, have they? Just
Except-
saying.
Mhm.
Except if Trump were Batman, he just wouldn't pay Alfred. He'd stiff him. You know.
you find something to bitch about.
It isn't-
And have Sarah deliver the news. Hey, you didn't poach the eggs right. Or whatever the fuck. I don't know,
Again.
whatever they do. Yeah.
Clearly, the Joker had some new gas weaponry that we were not prepared for.
And it was probably her that put her pube in the eggs anyway. It wasn't Alfred. She just like screwed people over.
You don't think Sarah Sanders shaves?
And you know what? Trump.
Oh God, dude.
Hey, you brought it up.
No,
You started.
She
happy thoughts.
She
The
manscapes.
pube and the eggs.
Manscapes.
Yeah.
She manscaped. No, he asked me in the shed. Somebody asked me in the shed if I'd fuck her, and I was like, for the story.
For the story, yeah. All right.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's just scary.
So what else? Did we cover everything?
We got 9 minutes left.
9 minutes left.
We're
Maybe they should be funny. Maybe
It's time to freestyle.
Is it time to freestyle?
That and the Queen. I did the Queen of
Scott.
England too, but I yelled freedom just as I came, just to have fun with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't do the Queen of England.
Oh, I do it for America.
No.
yeah,
Would
America.
Oh yeah,
Damn right.
America.
Yeah.
I had my birthday changed on July 4th if I got that done.
Yeah.
She wouldn't. Not that she would do me. I mean, she wouldn't do me. I mean,
Well, it's
come on.
well. I don't
Fetch me that sea lion-looking fellow.
You don't know that she might have had the same problem with that the Beatles had. She's
Right,
fucked
she's had too many.
every beautiful person out there.
What I wouldn't give for a chubby schlub. Oh, he's most rotund.
You saying
Fetch him to my chambers.
you saying the Queen likes to go pigging?
Is that what it is?
Hagen, yeah, Hagen or whatever.
I'm going hogging.
Didn't McCartney date a girl with a wooden foot? Or was
He
married
did.
to her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
that
Yeah,
ended
Heather
up
Mills.
being Linda.
No,
No,
Heather
Heather
Mills.
Mills.
Linda died.
Yeah.
She
because
stepped
they
on a
were
landmine.
vegetarians.
What?
She stepped on a landmine. That's why she only had one leg.
In her backyard. She was stupid.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Everything
I
but
have
what I
trouble
What the hell is she
said.
doing? She
that.
stepped
I
on a
don't think
landmine.
so.
Charity work, like good stuff?
I think so. Yeah.
This is how we're spending the last 9 minutes? No.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else.
No, I'm just saying. It's just kind of like, I
Come
thought
on.
it was a
Let's get to
motorcycle
something.
accident or something.
No,
like
no.
that.
Anybody got a list of topics?
No.
Joe, what's in the
Are we
book?
done with the school shootings? I'm going to talk about the shootings. I've had enough. You know what?
Why?
We didn't even.
Yeah,
I want to talk about it because I've got material on it. And I haven't
okay.
gotten to it.
All right,
Oh,
no.
okay. You want to talk
Have
about
that.
I do.
Have that.
Oh, okay.
Have that, sir.
You know what shocked me is watching that tragedy. Well, first of all, seeing those children run from that school.
Mhm.
I'm thinking next year they will have a great track team.
Whoa.
That would have won the Franklin Tower. for that,
Especially,
yeah.
especially
I have been best.
after they hear the starter pistol.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
gonna run like you never fucking saw. They're not gonna stop at 100 yards. I'm telling you right now. They're just gonna keep going. They're not gonna circle around the track. It's got to be like just.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make the mile
They're
a
gonna-
straight line.
Yeah.
I think that's a mile. Are they going to use starter pistols in school track events from now on? I'm serious here.
Probably
I
not.
think they're going to be like,
Go.
just go.
It's just going to be the
Go, go, go. Go.
Go.
Go.
You know, they'll,
Yeah.
they'll whisper
Right.
it. Okay, start.
Right. It's
They're
a
going to do it
tragedy.
like they do drag races.
Somebody's
with
just
a hot
gonna-
chick just stand there.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
somebody's just going to clap.
Right.
Just something that.
And you
that
know
was
what?
a
You know
good
what really
question.
bothered me about the whole thing is now, today there are 17 less students and faculty going to that school, and you watch, those school taxes won't go down $1.
The graduation rate went down. That's why.
That is so wrong. I'm just saying it's very, very wrong. That's all I'm saying. And you know what I keep hearing?
I can feel the heat on my feet, man.
Yeah, we just got our first. Oh, that's fucked
not
up.
just you.
Chat.
Oh, good. Where's that from?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Listen, I didn't shoot him.
Wasn't-
I didn't sell him the fucking guns. I've never.
Yeah. We didn't say we were morally correct here on the show.
That's
Listen,
right.
it's the biggest thing that's going on in America.
We're
It's
terrible
morally,
people here.
You know what would be morally incorrect?
Not
Not
talking.
discuss it.
Yes, not
No.
to do this.
We're just going to gloss over it like they did when they mowed down 500 people or something like that in Las Vegas. 52 dead. We just, what else is in the news? What else is going on? We have to talk about it. You know, kids are demanding a change.
Yeah, but
They're demanding
but yeah,
no more guns, no
Yeah.
more broccoli, and no more homework. It's a package deal. Those are the three things they're
I'll tell you what,
marching
if they don't have guns, they're getting fucking broccoli.
for. Right?
One or the other. Package deal.
And you know what I keep hearing in all these? This is a new phrase in a couple of years now. Police are looking for an active shooter. An active shooter. You just say shoot. They're looking for a shooter. That's what they're looking for. Active shooter? I don't get it. As,
We can all be shooters, but we just haven't started yet.
as opposed to what?
Kind of redundant.
A passive aggressive shooter?
Damn right, passive aggressive. I may want to shoot
Just
you, but I'm
shooting in
not
the
gonna.
air
I'm
like
just
a-
going to yell at you a little.
They show up and they're like, well, I brought this gun. Probably won't use it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it went off. I'm sorry.
You think I should? Really? Gonna be loud. Well, if you think so, okay. I'm not very good. I really don't practice. Should I?
Passive aggressive would have some yelling in there too. You'd have some. Oh, and then apologize.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh, they blame the victim.
So it's horrible. I can't believe we're living in a world where like kids are getting shot up in schools, and nobody's willing to like say, you know what? Maybe assault weapons in the hands of insane people isn't good. And you know what? They're like, oh, it's not the guns. It's not the guns. It's the people. Sure, it is. Right? I saw a statistic: 100% of school shootings use guns. 100%.
It's because it was a shooting.
Guns. That's my point.
It's the only way you can have a shooting.
That is right. Now you're getting
Well done,
you're
Jefferson.
connecting the dots.
Somebody started reading books.
Yes. Reading. Yeah.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Got him back.
And so the answer is, you know what we need? We need more guns in the schools. That should do it. They want to have teachers armed. I didn't trust some of my teachers.
Teachers know ex-military, ex-police, ex.
Yeah. I don't want my kids being raised by paramilitary fucking assassins on their day off who came back after several tours in Afghanistan. I don't want guns in the goddamn schools. I don't want all these guns anyway. We have all the gun deaths in the goddamn world in this country. Sure. When are people going to have enough? Yeah. Do you know?
Still, most of them are in Chicago.
Listen,
it has nothing to do with nothing.
From the time this country was founded, every war we fought, the Revolutionary War, Spanish-American War, French and Indian Wars, Civil War, World War I, World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. If you add up the people we lost in those wars, it's 1.1 million. In every war we fought in this nation's history, 1.1 million were killed. Since 1978 in this country, 1.5 million have been killed on the streets or schools or office buildings by guns.
It's called the culling.
1.5 million.
The culling.
And if anybody's okay
That's
with
horrible.
that, I don't know.
That's another conspiracy that I do think has hit.
You're a conspiracy? Sure.
Oh, no, it's just the overall desensitive nature of the government in certain aspects to not give a shit about some and whether it's blatant or
do you think there might be
not.
like a toxic culture of masculinity that almost might be playing a role in that also?
Maybe.
Everything's fucking tough and fucking guttural and
but the overall big conspiracy is people in power will survive, the rest don't. The culling.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what, going back to the alien
Marco
thing,
Rubio was given $3.3 million in his last campaign.
I got to get this out.
By the National Rifle Association.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
You were saying...
Listen, assault rifles are going to be for sale in this country just as long as Republican politicians are going to be for sale in this country.
And
that's what's going to stop it.
Like what you were talking about earlier with aliens and releasing information, things like that. We're not all on the same side. And that sucks. We're just not. Some of us, when the aliens get here, some of us might be.
I'm just getting warmed up. If we could cut out the first 45 minutes of the show, we got a winner. And let's just go from right here, right through. Let's go to 11. You can go
next time.
No, you gotta go.
Yeah. We gotta get her home.
Yes, it's fun. Thanks for having me here. I made it this
time. Pump your podcast again.
Tune in to the Radio Leary podcast. Also in Lake George. I'm going to be at Professor Java's on Saturday, the 24th. Yeah, you gonna be there?
Whoop!
Right, that'll be fun.
Show, baby.
Michael Lash, you, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then where am I? Lake George on September.
Tony Rogers and Cody Montaigne.
It's
Tony tried listening in. Failed
on Monday.
He watched.
I do want to push a great show that Seth Carr at Smart
Who
Car
also
Productions.
Tuned in.
Oh, really? Wonderful.
He did.
He's got a great show coming up.
Smart Car
on March 3rd, Saratoga, Lake George at. Do we remember what it was? The Lake George place. It's the first show there.
Well done.
It's going to be great. I thought we had that information ready for me. My manager over here. It's going to be great. It's going to be me. It's going to be Seth Carr.
I hope you enjoyed your last day at
Dixon,
work.
And it is going to be Sean Gilly. And it's going to be at the wow, that's small. Anybody read that?
That's what he said. I mean,
Give it to the announcer. Do the plug.
let's do this plug here, man, because Seth Gar's a great guy,
All right.
a great comic, and he's putting on a lot of great shows, and I'm glad to be a part of this.
Comedy Gateway at the Lake George Brew House, Saturday,
Yes.
March 3rd. Doors open at 8, show at 9 p.m.
That's it. The
Chris O'Leary,
Brew House.
Sean Gilly, Seth Gard, Grady Dixon, and Joe Green
I'm doing 45
with your host,
minutes.
Carlisle Carey.
I'm headlining,
I'm on that.
and
show?
I'm doing
Oh, I
nothing.
thought you said you were.
I will do no
You're not
material.
on this one, but you said you were on the thing.
Okay,
No,
good.
that's it,
Okay.
Professor
I was
Jobs.
ad-libbing a little.
Oh, okay, good. You
Yes.
just scared the shit
So-
out of me. Thank you. Oh my God.
That's going on. It's going to be a thing.
I
Now,
didn't know.
That's
I
where
will,
things going.
I will do no school shooting material.
That's too
whatsoever.
bad. Those are
It's
some
probably
good jokes.
Yes.
probably beneficial for you.
Yeah.
If you
No UFOs, no school shootings. That's my promise.
Yeah.
I'm basically, well, my heroin use is at a very manageable level.
Mm.
So I will be able to deliver my litany of puns with the same smooth, mellow attitude the post-bop trombonist in 1953.
I love it.
It's going to rock. It's going to roll. It's going to be cool. It's going to be mellow. It's going to be wild. Come see it.
word.
I love it.
That's Saturday, March 3rd.
Okay.
Lake George. It's going to be great. We love you guys.
Big show.
Thanks for coming on my show. Oh, no, right. Thanks for having me on your show.
Yeah.
No,
This
you got.
was-
I like that. I think you got it right.
This was an amazing thing, and I only hope
Not going
I
up to the
live to
tower.
tell my grandchildren
Now
about this.
the tower.
You
feels
have to come to
creepy.
the Radio Leary Tower.
I don't know.
I
It
think
is
we do.
calling. I need you up there. I need you on the 8th floor
What's the
for
base-
writing sessions. And
what's
then what's in the basement?
What's the base jumping policy?
Oh, the base. It's fine,
Oh,
but you have to
cool.
you have to free base before you base jump. It's a base space,
I
wanna
might fucking
jump.
depth or
I want to see
and
that
I'm
writing
all
room.
about.
I find
the
it very.
base.
I find it very weird that you hear such wildlife in the 9th floor of that tower.
I want to see that.
Just the tower, the top 9 floors. We're not on the 9th floor.
Oh,
There's 113 stories in the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
We're 113 through like
okay.
101.
Whatever,
Still-
whatever the 9 is after
Yeah,
9
whatever,
and after
nine. I don't
13.
really count. I got better things to do than count the floors.
That's right.
hearing
The
the
Empire State
wildlife.
Building.
I don't know. Hearing wildlife is still weird. Type of city environment.
It is. It's a wild thing. It's a wild place.
I want to see
You
what
know
goes
why
on in
we're-
this writing room.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild. It is.
Sure.
What basically we we
good stuff.
do a lot of energy drinks. We hang out with Liam Neeson.
Ooh,
He's a wild man. He comes on the show a lot.
If you can get Liev Schreiber on it, dude, he's
Oh,
not-
yeah.
Liev Schreiber?
Oh, he's super cute.
He's great. Ray Donovan. He was also Wolverine's brother.
Sabretooth.
Oh,
That's right.
Sabretooth. Yeah.
Jefferson, who's your favorite Sabretooth?
I'll tell you, his name's Dave Canyon. I'm the one and only Dumbing It Down with Dave Canyon pot.
Is this guy like a sponsor?
Yeah, if you let him fucking go. Come on.
I gotta let you
he
get
was
through
gonna
this
have
sponsor
it. He was gonna have it right.
dumbingitdownwithdave.com. You can email him at dumbingitdownwithdave at yahoo.com. He does a show every day going to and from work in his gold Kia Rio going about 36 miles an hour. He's up to show 297. So get caught up. I'm pretty sure it's on once a week, but I got to check with Dave on that. So, dumbingitdownwithdave.com. Email him, dumbingitdownwithdave at yahoo.com. And there you go.
Well done.
Was that dumbingitdownwithdave.com?
Dumbingitdownwithdave.com.
And dumbing it down with Dave at yahoo.com?
At
If you want to
yahoo.com.
email him.
That's only if you want to email.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
I
just
do.
good.
I need to email this Dave.
You do.
I do.
It's time for Joe's plug, and he just okay. Well, welcome
I can
back.
plug other things.
Joe, go.
I have a
He already did it. Professor
Oh,
Job
just
is on
make-
Wolf Road.
Professor Java's
I-
Coffee
this-
You
Sanctuary.
got other shit coming up.
Tony. Oh yeah, but I'll do that. Next
Tony
week.
Rogers is going to be there with us, correct?
Do it every week.
Yes.
Tony Rogers, a major talent.
Cody Montaigne.
It's already so
Cody Montaigne, a major talent.
Oh yes.
Who else is a major talent?
He's
Michael
such
Lash is
he's
a major
such a
talent.
cute boy. That Cody.
Cody Montaigne, he's adorable.
He's
Yeah.
a sweet lad.
He still
It's
doesn't
sweet.
walk with the confidence of a man who's had a blowjob, but it's all right.
Oh, he's doing fine. He's a very attractive young guy, and everybody loves him. I like Cody. He's funny as hell.
He does. He reminds me of
He
young
is funny.
Richard Simmons.
You're gonna get sued again, man.
Yeah.
I don't know about
By
that.
Richard Simmons? That'd be
I'm
awesome.
in Cody's corner. I like Cody a lot. He's a good guy.
And on that note, thank you all for tuning in. My friends call me 3D. We'll see you next week right here on Pipedream on the Comedy Pipe Radio Network. Chris, it's been great seeing you again.
It's great to see you guys.
We kind of cut a short there, and I wanted to say all that.
Sweating to
Hit
the
button.
oldies.
Love
Remember
Wetting that dick down. That's what that's saying, Chris.
Now, what time does this show start? Are we getting ready to start?
Yes, totally.
Because I'm just getting loosened up. Are we ready to go? I'm ready to go.